Hi everyone, welcome to Hypopressives with Alice. I'm Alice. Today we're going to be carrying on with using weights, a little bit of resistance with our Hypopressives training. Keep the weights really light if you're using them, so 1 kilos if you're holding it at the front, 2 kilos is fine. If you don't have a weight, a water bottle would be fine, and you can just join us with a ball as a substitute if you want. We're going to do a quick warm-up. If you're a beginner, do have a look in the beginners playlist. That's where you'll be wanting to start if you're new to Hypopressives. Okay, so we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Just going to do 5 of those. And then back as well. Lovely, and then a side stretch, up on the left and over. Breathing into that free side. Switching over. Reach up on the right side and over. Lovely, and then if you just want to grab your weight and hold it at chest height there. So feet hip distance apart, soft knees, neutral pelvis, ribs are stacked over the pelvis. You're going to bring your balance point a tiny bit towards the balls of the feet. Nice and tall through the top of the head, and just bring your chin back as well. And we're going to hold this for 2 breathing cycles. Inhale. Exhale and lengthen. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. 1 more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Keep nice and tall, lovely and long through this pose, and then inhale. Exhale and lengthen. Lovely, inhale. And exhale. 1 more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Again, keep nice and tall. Keep the weight quite close in towards you as well. Super. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of rocking. So balance point forwards towards the balls of the feet without scrunching your toes. We're going to inhale, rock back towards the heels, and then on the exhale, we're going to rock forward. So you want to keep your feet in contact with the floor. It's just kind of shifting the balance just a tiny bit there. So inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards without scrunching the toes. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. 1 more here. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Again, really nice and tall there. And then inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. 1 more, inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Nice and tall. Lovely. And then we'll do 1 more set of the breathing. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. And then 1 more. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs nice and tall. Good, and then inhale when you're ready. Okay, so we're going to come into lunge position. So right foot back, Going to keep that knee above the ankle at the front. We're going to hinge forward, so we've got a line from the heel to the top of the head. Check that your hips are facing forwards there. You're going to have the weight just at chest height. Make sure you're not up like this. You want to be stacked through the pelvis and the rib cage here. Elbows out, shoulders down, so just make sure your positions in the poses aren't compromised by the weight. Okay, so inhale, exhale, breathing all the way through the rib cage, and exhale. One more here. Exhale, hold your breath, stretch your ribs, nice and long, and then inhale. Exhale, one more breath here. Exhale, hold your breath, stretch your ribs, lengthening all the way through the spine there. And then inhale when you're ready. So coming back into standing, we're going to step back with the left leg this time, knee above the ankle at the front. We're going to hinge forwards. Again, keep the ribs stacked over the pelvis there, lengthening through the top of the head. Your feet are going to be evenly weighted there. Inhale and exhale. Breathing all the way through your rib cage. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Really nice and long. And then when you're ready, inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Inhale when you're ready. And we're going to come down into kneeling position. So knees and feet hip distance apart with the toes tucked under. We're going to do a little bit of rocking here. It's a little bit more challenging, obviously with a weight. So if you don't want to rock, that's fine. Or if you just want to do a tiny little rock, that's also fine. Okay, so if you're going to do the rock, we'll just bring the balance point a tiny bit forwards there. You can probably feel that there's a bit more challenge there already. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. One more here. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Really nice and tall there. Super. And then inhale, rocking back. Exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, rocking back. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, really nice and tall. And then one more set here. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale. Lovely. Inhale, rocking back. Exhale, balance point forwards. And then one more here. Inhale. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, really nice and tall. Inhale when you're ready. We're just going to do a couple of back curls before we come into sitting. So quadruped position here, toes tucked under, knees and feet hip distance apart. So inhale and exhale. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, and we're going to curl your head looking towards your belly button. Curl your back up towards the ceiling there. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale and exhale, come into the neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, curling your head looking towards your belly button, curling your back up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, exhale when you're ready. Okay, so sitting positions. You could do sitting cross-legged if you like. If you want to sit on a block so you're not rolling down, that is ideal. You just want to make sure you're really, really nice and tall. If sitting is a bit tricky, you could either sit on a chair or you can have your legs together and then opening up your knees into the diamond position again, sitting on a block. So I'm going to start off with sitting cross-legged, and then you've got that light dorsiflexion of the ankles, knees are coming up, and if you're using a weight, just bring that to chest height there. Okay, nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Really nice and tall. Shoulders down. And inhale. Exhale and lengthen. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Really nice and tall. And then we'll just do one more set in this position. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing all the way through the rib cage. Exhale. And then one more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Nice and tall. And then inhale when you're ready. So we're just going to come down onto the floor into this asymmetrical position here, and then we're just going to bring the leg in towards you there. Okay, so nice steady breath in and exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. And we're going to stay in this position for one more. Nice big breath in. And exhale. One more here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And then inhale when you're ready. I'm going to switch over, so right foot on the left knee there or just below, and bring your left thigh towards you. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Nice and long. And then inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. And then if you just want to bring both knees towards you and just rock from side to side there, slowly coming up. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed another little session using the weights. I'm really enjoying it in my practice. I hope you are too. And I will see you soon. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments. Take care. Bye.